I'm Premonition. Uh, alright, I'm Premonition, whatever you want to call me. This is my Twitter right here if you want to go follow me there. Um, Today I'm kind of going to get into a subject that not a lot of people I've seen have been getting into. Is this Lindsay Clancy situation, which I find absolutely disgusting, right? Like, I haven't watched anything really on this case yet. All I know is that I don't even know if I can say it on YouTube what she did, but three children aren't in this world anymore, and it's her fault, and they were her children. And you have women on the internet. I'm saying woman because I haven't exactly seen any men do it yet, unless it's this video right here. And women on the internet are defending this woman. She's being defended. For example,
this weekend I've seen two different
let me
women
just.
hanging out. TikTokers are posting
Oh, I don't think my thing's loaded up. Okay, I'll put it right here. I think that's good.
TikTokers are posting reenactment videos of them hanging out the window to prove that Lindsay Clancy is innocent. This weekend I've seen
Yeah.
two different women hanging out of their own windows. The first woman was hanging out of her
What the hell does this prove, by the way? I have no idea. What the hell? What this possibly could do for the case? I don't know.
two-story window after putting blue dish soap on her wrist to show where the stain should have been if Lindsay opened it. TikTokers are
Maybe okay, that's the first video. Just so people know that this is actually happening. She's actually being defended by the oh my, these women are actually defending her. I'm sorry. I'm actually kind of upset by this. Yeah, let's just see what this could possibly be. Is it more? I think it's more.
Okay, check this out. It's really crazy.
Why is it doing that?
Lindsay Clancy's birth chart.
Lindsay Clancy's astrology. Leos don't kill. Geminis do. Oh, he's a Gemini. Jail for him. That's all I need to know. Moon at 22 degrees. Guys. These people actually think their astrology has anything to do with this case. Because Leos don't kill, Geminis do. The fact her trial is during Lion's Gate means things are turning in her favor. What is Lion's Gate? Don't ask me. I have no idea. Oh, she's a Leo. Oh, she loved those babies and very protective.
It's so crazy. Now, I don't have the time of birth, so really, you can disregard the ascendant, descendant, IC, MC, vertex, and all the houses. I need the birth time. So, like, not all of these aspects are necessarily true, because all those points, we don't really.
They're not true at all. And this isn't, I don't know, I guess it's what I'm saying. It's not true at all. It's not true at all.
No, I just put it at noon. But, first of all, I need to show. Okay, so, notice anything here? She's got her North Node Aquarius, South Node Leo. She's in her nodal return right now.
It's been a while, but I have to pop on here just to say that I've been following this Lindsay Clancy trial, especially as a mother of two who dealt with a lot of postpartum mental illness. And, just following all their birth charts and birthdays and zodiac signs. Okay. He did it.
He did it because of his zodiac sign. This woman right here should not be around children. They're not safe. I'm just gonna say it. Screw it. These women are demonic. There's something wrong with these people, and I don't know what it is. There's something just psychologically in their brains that doesn't work.
He did it.
He did it.
He did it. He's a Gemini man. His birthday is June 15th. I'm a Gemini woman. My birthday is June 14th. Well, let me give you another example of who a Gemini man is. Also birthday June 14th. Men and women are different. Keep that in mind. Please don't judge me. Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. How did I not see it coming? Donald Trump. Donald frickin' Trump. How did I not see it coming? Why? Why did I not think that was gonna happen? Why was that the last thing I expected her to say? I expected her to say Bundy, Dahmer, Donald Trump.
Patrick did it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
So if you're watching the Lindsay Clancy case, I've already gone over.
Does this woman have the audacity to be calling herself a forensic astrologer? Are you serious? Forensic astrologer.
The Clancy case. I've already gone over.
As a psychic medium, the second I saw him, his child came in and said he did it. This is so incredibly sad. Why can't men just file for divorce? Oh my god. Oh, I'm gonna take. This is making me realize I need to take the time out of my day to learn the YouTube guidelines so I can know exactly what I can say. Because what are these people talking about? Every single one of these women are Looney Tunes. Every single one of them. They need help. They need to be in an institution or something. They should not be walking among other regular people. It shouldn't be happening.
The forensic astrology charts that show
Get off of TikTok.
that the perpetrator is a male, the perpetrator is having an affair, and that the victims, specifically Lindsay, was drugged during this. And I've also gone over with the theory and the lie detection.
I'm telling you all
What? Okay. I'm not even going to go back to see what she said properly. I'm not.
right now, when the South Node goes into Cancer in March of 2028, the South Node is going to transit over Patrick Clancy's moon in Cancer. He's going to be having eclipses over his natal moon, which is home, family, emotions, his emotional life. And then
What the hell does that even mean? What is with these people? If you know someone and they're very heavily into astrology, cut them off. Cut them off. Just get them out of your life. Get them out of your life. Because if they genuinely believe things like this, they have to go. Your family is not safe around people like this. They're not. They're really not.
better. 2029, all the way into 2030, he is going to have eclipses over his Gemini placements. The South Node is going to move over his Sun, his Mercury retrograde, his Venus retrograde. It's about to get real interesting in the next, 3 to 4 years for him. I'm gonna my popcorn. I can't wait for this man to be humbled and for karma to do its thing.
That was Exhibit A. That was Exhibit A of why people should put social media down and never pick it up again. Never. These women have the audacity to even show their faces saying things like this. 250,000 people just on Twitter watched that, including me. That's too many people. Too many people had the disgrace of seeing that. Or two of dishes. What I just gotta laugh at that. Lindsay Clancy case goes viral online. Women learn about the case on TikTok. They start defending a literal, and you can read that. Study reveals TikTok makes woman dumb. I believe it. I'm not gonna do any research on that because that's not what this video is out about.
Check this out. It's really
But
crazy.
I believe it with every fiber of my being. Men too. Don't get it. I think TikTok just makes people stupid. Just stupid.
Lindsay,
Did I already watch this? Yeah, no, I'm not watching it again.
Did it. I feel
Let's see. Let's see what this one says.
how men seem very quiet. Has anyone else noticed how men seem very quiet about the Lindsay Clancy trial? Why is that? Why are men not standing up for her when the
My question is, why are women so vocal about it? Why can't you people just be quiet? No, like, why are you people so vocal about it? Of course, don't get me wrong. I believe it's something that should be talked about. But if you're gonna say the most stupid things you could ever utter out of your mouth, the most retarded things you could think of, keep your mouth closed. You wanna know something I used to be told? If you don't have anything smart to say, be quiet. Shut up.
evidence is showing more and more that Patrick did it?
What evidence? What evidence? Please tell me what evidence. Please, I want to know. I'm curious.
I feel like there's like bro code that you don't speak out
Bro
against
code.
abusive behavior. Like it's seen as weak. I think that's why all of the women watching this case love
This woman must have no male companions in her life. Not a single one. Not a single male companion in her life. No man likes her. Not a single one.
Kevin Reddington, Lindsay's lawyer, so much is because it's so rare to see a man stand up so passionately against injustice towards women and against
Injustice towards women. I don't know what to say. I really don't. I don't know what I could say. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I just don't get it with I don't get it.
abuse towards women. Why are men being so silent? And at this point, if you're a man saying like she should just go to prison, she did it, Patrick's innocent, leave him alone, he was a great dad, with all of the evidence that's coming out, if you are saying that about Patrick still, I'm just going to assume that you are abusive. I'm just going to assume.
I'm not even gonna say what I think about women that support this lady. That's my response to that. I'm not even gonna say what should happen. I'm not.
Assume that you are a piece of shit husband too, and that you condone and support and enable abusive behavior, because it's so obvious if you were watching the case that he at the very least was abusive to her and neglectful. Like, where are all the good men? All of my trauma has come from men. I have spent so much of my life healing from men.
Yeah, I don't care. Are you gonna say no? No, I don't care. I don't care. I'm interested in whatever case this is. I don't care at all. I could care less, as a matter of fact. What does this lady have to say?
All right, he did it. Patrick did it. Patrick's the one who did it. Not Lindsay. Patrick did it because,
Okay. Why did
I
he do it?
also heard that women typically don't strangle. So awful to even say, but that isn't what a woman would do.
There are a lot. There are a lot of things that people do nowadays that isn't that they just shouldn't do. That's strange. What are you talking about? Women are also a lot less likely to commit a crime like that in general, not against their children, because I'm pretty sure they're actually more likely to do that. I mean, in general, there are still women that are in prison for that. There are women in prison right now for strangling someone. You're acting as if there can't be exceptions to this quote unquote rule that I don't even think is a rule, to be honest.
They don't strangle. I was actually in therapy today, and my therapist and I were talking about it, and I said, well, what do they do? She said, well, they poison, or I said, oh, or drown them. Like, we literally had that conversation today.
Your therapist needs to be fired and she needs her license revoked.
And she looks at me and she goes, he did it. I was like, wow, yeah. And now, yeah. Chit chat.
The more videos I watch about this topic, the more I feel less and less pity for the woman of our generation, you know? I feel less and less pity. And I feel like it's wrong because you can have a bunch of people like this that can ruin your opinion on an entire group. And I don't think that's how that should be. I think that's hypocritical with my worldview. So I don't want to take this and blame every single woman, right? But it's like you've got to be kidding me. So what I am gonna say is, and this applies to women with men as well, men, be careful with the woman you keep in your life. Be extremely careful. Because if there's one thing this does prove to me, since apparently there wasn't enough evidence already, women are a lot more crazy than people would think. A lot of women, I'll rephrase that, a lot of women are a lot more crazy than you would think. There are more crazy women than you would ever think. With all the things on TikTok that they say and all the things about, there are so many more insane women than you would think. You don't know why? Because women are just as bad as men. In some ways, they are much, much worse. Just as bad as men, if not worse in some ways. I genuinely believe
to
that.
strangle the
Let's see what
kids.
this one has to say.
No, you'll
This woman made a skit. Okay.
see. You know, her DNA wasn't even found on the bands used to strangle the kids. No, it was. That's actually one of the facts that she stipulated to. Like I said, she fully agrees that she did it, and that is why her DNA will be found on the bands. Then why was his DNA also found on the bands? Yeah, because he was the one who pulled them off of the children when he found them. You know that his cries of terror were so horrific and traumatizing on the 911 call, they won't even release it to the public? He faked that.
He's seen some dumb shit in the Lindsay Clancy trial, but this
That might be the first normal woman I've seen in this entire video. That is the first normal woman I've seen in this entire video. That's proof right there, everyone. If she was saying what I think she was saying and I comprehended it right, that is proof right there. It's not all women who are stupid. It's not. But women, you know what? Okay, some women, they just poison the well for other women. It's the same thing with men, but it's I okay, I'm gonna just say this from now on and not care. Anything that I say applies to women, 9 times out of 10 it applies to men too. I'm just gonna clarify that now. Cause I'm gonna clarify that now. Okay? Some women just poison the well. They just poison the well. And they have no care for the consequences it could have on anyone else. No care at all.
Conspiracy is taking it to a whole other level rounds. I'm not going to share her face. I've cropped it to keep her face out of it, but this is Patrick Clancy's new wife, running in a marathon recently, and people are very upset about what is tied around her waist. There are exercise bands tied around her waist in a sailor's knot. Is this the same knot? Is this to mock the kids that she and Patrick murdered together so they could run off and start a new life?
What? Are we back to this?
If you're hanging from the window outside of the house like this.
This TikToker just presented a compelling new theory that Patrick Clancy slammed the window shut on Lindsay Clancy's throat. And now she is trying to get a hold of Lindsay's lawyer because she believes that her new window slamming theory could explain Lindsay's crushed thyroid and the marks on her neck. She conducted an experiment where she physically tested this theory on a piece of steak in her own window.
Yeah, I don't care. Okay, we're going to a new video. I just don't find that interesting.
Ton of money for her and upholding.
By the way, this woman raised $850,000. $850,000. Not enough people are talking about this. That's why I'm doing it right now. But are you serious? She raised more than the whole Carmelo Anthony situation. She raised more when she... Okay. Let me chill. But what is up with America, I guess, and supporting criminals? Why are criminals getting more support than those in need? Why? Instead of putting all of this money into America, the place that we live, no matter, you can say a lot of things, and of course there are a lot of things wrong with America. I believe wholeheartedly, we live in the most beautiful country in the world. I genuinely believe we do. The most beautiful country in the world. It would be even more beautiful if there weren't people like this. Why do the criminals get all of this money and support when there are people who could use the money so much more than them? Why does so much money go into supporting criminals when there are actual American families who need it and who are actually struggling from things that they can't control? Some of them. I don't believe every single person in the world who's struggling is just a lazy retard. I don't believe that. I believe that there are actually Americans that suffer for things that they can't control. Why is this money not going to help them? Where is their help? It's going to supporting a woman that did that to her own kids, her own children. That's where some people's hard-earned money... You gotta think about it. Someone's working in a grocery store right now. This isn't to knock on grocery store workers, but someone's working, barely paying their bills, and they sent money to this woman. You have to think about that. It's disgusting.
Holding some sort of conspiracy theory about her innocence.
Someone spent their last dollar on this woman.
Is indicative of two things. Number one, the absolute brain rot that progressive women have experienced from TikTok and reading just like smut all day and true.
Oh my god, don't even get me started on the smut. Don't even get me started on that. A little story. I'll get into that later, but I accidentally, yes, it was an accident. I promise you it was an accident. bought a dark romance book or whatever, and it was the worst mistake I've ever made in my life.
Crime, like they have no actual intellectualism going on. But more importantly, number two, the hypocrisy and clarity of the fact that they don't actually want egalitarianism. They want to continually special plead for women, paint women as the victims, and let them off the hook for everything. They would never.
Exactly, and they're just making the problems worse and worse and worse. Trying to have women think that they're superior to men is always going to make things worse. So, I believe the same thing vice versa. Let me say it like this, right? And I'm sorry. I'm talking so much and I apologize. You can't have men and women, in my opinion, separated. It doesn't work. The country just goes downhill from there. You can't have family separated. Men function better with women and vice versa. That is what I personally believe to be the truth. Women need men and men need women. Women and men aren't equal because we are completely biologically different. We have equal value, but to say that we're equal, it's just the dumbest thing in the world. A woman could never replace a man for certain jobs, and a man could never replace a woman for certain jobs. It's simple as that. We are not equal, we're necessary, and we are better together than completely separated. It's that simple. It's really that simple. You don't have to go around hating women, and you don't have to go around hating men.
Never treat a man the way they are.
But hey, I will say this. If you know a woman like this, I personally give you permission to despise her with all of your heart. Not this woman. I don't think. Like, wait. you know what I'm talking about.
Are treating Lindsay Clancy. You can say that any crime has a reason behind it, right? We can say that people who are awful serial killers probably have some sort of childhood trauma or have gone through some sort of,
Yeah, by the way, that's not reasonable. That's reasonable. You probably do have these traumas. It doesn't take away what you did at the end of the day. It's still your fault. I don't care what you went through. I don't care what you've been through. It's your fault. You made your bed. You have to lie in it. I have no sympathy for you.
mental disorder, psychopathy, something like that. A man who comes home from a war and suffers from PTSD may act out violently, but if he did what Lindsay Clancy did, you would not be acting this way.
Never.
You can scream all day.
Absolutely never would anyone support a man that did what she did like they're supporting her. Never. Just like nobody would ever support a white person doing what Carmelo Anthony did if the roles were reversed. Never. And that just tells you everything you need to know about the state of the world right now. Everything you need to know. If the roles were reversed, it would be unacceptable.
About postpartum depression, postpartum psychosis, but attributing to why someone does something does not take away the accountability that they should be holding. And this is just indicative of feminism in general. They want privilege without accountability, and that apparently applies to crime as well.
Well spoken. She said it better than I ever could. Well spoken. Now I'm gonna go into one more video and then I'm gonna end it there because I feel like I've been talking too long. Let's see this guy. Let's see what this person has to say.
Further on into her travels, I am completely overwhelmed trying to take care of the kids. I'm drowning every day. I feel guilty that I'm spending my family's money and not making any. I feel like I spend way too much. She wrote that, right?
Correct.
I'm tired of I'm terrified of Callan getting sick. He's a sick baby. A sick baby is miserable. He's sick now with a double ear infection. Clearly has a bellyache. It's miserable. I feel like the other kids are going to get him sick all winter long. She wrote that, right?
Correct.
I always feel strongly against sleep training. I feel like it's abusive to let the baby cry and not respond, but I made the decision. I did it with Cal.
Yeah, these are some crocodile tears. I'm not watching this. I'm not watching it. She has absolutely nothing to say except to support this evil woman. I'm not watching these crocodile tears. No. Let's see if I can. Let's. Just when you thought white progressive woman couldn't stoop any lower, I have just discovered that there is a four. Not. Oh my god! I didn't even know the ages. Oh my god!
I'm being totally serious here. Any other New England ladies like myself, and yes, I'm a lady before the men start saying, yes, sir. I'm so used to that fucking bullshit. Men are fucking trash. Anyway, my point is, how many other New England girlies would like to take the day off from work and drive up to the courthouse to show our support and advocacy for Lindsay Clancy?
Oh, this didn't happen in America, huh? Oh, how happy I am. I feel so relieved. I really hope it didn't happen here. I really hope it didn't.
We ride at dawn. Seriously, like, let me know if you're down for that.
I have decided I'm going to send Lindsay Clancy
disgusting
a letter of encouragement. Of course, I'm not going to mention anything about like the case or anything like that, but I did want to write to her and tell her that there are so many women that are out here praying for her. I think some words of encouragement might.
There are people out there praying for her. Wow. What God are you praying to? That's what God are these people praying to? Oh, I think they're praying to Satan. They have to be. They have to be. They have to be. Who are you praying to?
Bring a smile
after what she did.
I don't know if she's able to receive any mail or not, but at least I want to try.
Do you guys think that Lindsay Clancy is gonna like know about us? Like that we're all here like standing behind her? Like is she gonna ever find out about us? Like
there are so many of you and this is so viral online that of course if she like why are you asking questions?
Sorry. Her little army?
Army.
Like, do you think we'll ever become her friends? Like will she talk to us? Is she gonna thank us? Like, I don't think she'll ever know, like, what happened and how, like, we rallied. She has, like, this is, like...
Yeah, because if she gets out, she's gonna live under a rock for the rest of her days. She probably knows right now. And I hate to say that, because that probably makes some of these women feel so accomplished in themselves. I hate to say it. I really do.
This is more supportive than I've ever had any friends be in my life. Sorry, guys. But
yeah, that's it. That is it, everyone. If you have anything to say, say it. If you think I'm wrong, let me know. That's all I have for today. Maybe I'll react to more videos like this because the situation is just that despicable to me that matter of fact, I'm scrapping the whole intro. Goodbye.